Hey, what's up, guys? So in my last video, I took you guys over what happened in San Francisco, crashing my Moxie, my Rotor Riot, down a pretty steep little incline near the water. Tried to save as much as I could. Actually, turned out that the air unit was partially working. The camera failed to work, but the actual hardware of the system actually did work. I was able to pull all the video that I had on there at the time off of there. So that was pretty good. I'm gonna end up ordering another camera system to see if I can salvage this one. And if so, I'll have an extra air unit, which is nice. But I did finish building the other one. So I ended up having to get a new base plate. And then, so I actually had 3 brand new motors. I'm rocking these Emaxes. I had 3 new ones, and I tried to salvage one from the crash, clean it up the best I could, but you can't see it really, but it's got so much play in it. It's kind of dumb. So I was actually having a lot of feedback with all the bar graphs in Betaflight as far as it operating right. And when I was flying, I was getting a lot of glitchiness. After like 30 seconds of flight, it would fly okay with the bidirectional D-shot off. With the bidirectional D-shot on, it wasn't working correctly because I'm guessing because of the input or the feedback it was getting from this motor. So it ended up just twitching out, and it never actually crashed. I was able to land it. But so I went ahead and ordered 2 new motors because I have these on the quick connects. So instead of running the quick connects on the front, I'm going to switch it over to just running the wire straight to it. And I actually end up tucking the wire back behind the deck and then coming to the soldering points from the inside, which is really clean. I really like that. So I'm going to end up doing the same thing for the fronts. I went ahead and made the air unit naked. Went ahead and made the camera system naked so I can just throw the little UV filter on there. Everything else is pretty much the same. I ended up ordering a new SpeedyB F405 V3 for this, and just able to tune it on the go. And this one also has the Happy model, the dual antenna ELRS on it, which I got mounted back here at the feet. Some people mount them at the front. Some people mount them at the rear. On this one, it's just on the rear, just a better placement. I didn't really have too much room up front. But I also mentioned that I was going to build something else. I ended up finishing my Impulse RC Mr. Steele edition, 5-inch. So with this one, I used the Stealth Xilo, the 2206 at the 1700 kV. This one also has the SpeedyB flight controller on it, the 405 V3 as well. I have a CADX Vista in the rear, and then I did the Nebula setup. I'm going to be rocking these GMBs 6S 1500 milliamps. What I found is that these are under 220 grams, and they fit on here beautifully. And they're just more symmetric. These are like a 69 or 70 mil by like 34 mil by 34. So the size isn't too bad. Some of them, they get a little wide. I wanted something that was just going to stay on the center of the frame really nicely, still give me some good power and be at a decent weight. So I figured anything under 220 was a decent weight. I'm going to put this one up today. I did do a test hover, and it hovered fine. It has great power. This is my first 6S on a 5-inch, so I'm excited to fly this joker. And then I'll be putting the GoPro on the front here soon. I'll probably order it in another 2 weeks or so. I'll probably wait for another paycheck or something to hit, and then I'll buy that. But yeah, so we're gonna take this over to a park near the crib. I didn't really want to fly this in my neighborhood yet because I don't know if it's gonna stay in the air. Let's go fly it in the field, and then I'll get back at you guys here in a moment. All right, we are recording. Everything was good. All right. Go for a little cruise through here.
We burn the past and the fire, I know it will be okay. We gonna light like a sun, moving as one, shining the night away.
I need to mess with my controls a little bit, my sensitivities, my PID. This is just on the basic tune through Betaflight, which is going to give me everything I need to get started.
We just
punch though. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I can't wait to get a GoPro on this. Get some chasing in. I should have angled my camera a little bit more. But it's all good. Once I get some good tuning in, it'll be awesome. One of my favorite parts so far is there are no props in the shot, which is great for me. And will ultimately be great for the videos if I don't use the GoPro, which I plan on using the GoPro for all of these things because that's why I built this thing. I'm going to end up getting the GoPro bones. It's only 60 grams. I mean, get a fully built 10 and take it apart and maybe mess it up, or just buy the setup that they already have for me at 60 grams. And just slap it on and just go, hook it up to the power. So let's do a punch up just to see the power. Ooh. Took me down to 20 volts right there. I'm still at 22. I'm only about 3.7 volts per cell. This is going to be technically my second flight. I did just put one up just to make sure it was going before I brought you guys along. I didn't along for the ride. I didn't want to crash on camera. So I just wanted to make sure everything was good to go, which it feels like everything is good to go. I can definitely tell the quality difference, but at the same time, I knew what I was getting. Ultimately, man, this thing flies amazing. I'm loving the performance of it. I'm loving the no props in view. This is my first 6S, so it's not like I know any better. Well, second 6S, but my other one's a 7-inch, so it doesn't really make the same. Slow passage with this thing, but we can do a couple. And again, the majority of this drone is going to be used for chasing stuff. I wanted something smaller, faster, a little bit more nimble, something a little bit better battery life. Right now we've been flying, it says for 5 minutes, but I think that's since I powered it up. The OSD display is not how I would like it to be, but it is operational. I see my overall voltage. I see my my voltage per cell. So I'm pretty happy with that. I see if I'm an acro or whatever. So like I said, I kind of wish I would have gave you guys a better camera angle, but I I'm coming down on 3.6 volt per cell. I'm just kind of cruising around. I want to get some good amount of juice out of this thing. Just because they're fresh batteries, they're the 1500 GMBs, like I mentioned earlier. And it's got a good float on it, everything, like, no complaints. All right, there goes 21 volt, 3.5. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it home because the first battery, I brought it back and I hovered it. And just letting it hover for an extra 30 seconds, she died. So I don't want to risk being out and it just dying. So here we are back at the crib. I'm about 15 minutes after this flight. The motors felt great after the flight. The drone felt great during the flight. I still need to work on some PIDs and some configurations on my controller. Just to get it a little bit more comfortable for me. I had to force the turn a lot, which I kind of like the drifting factor, especially if I want to be following drift cars. It just gives me a little bit more of a push for that side shot. So I'm not necessarily mad at it. I do just want to clean it up a little bit to where I'm kind of making it drift and not it just drifting on its own. Excuse me. Yeah, man, I loved it. The flight was great. You guys let me know what you think in the descriptions or in the chat, in the text feed. And yeah, I'm gonna get that video uploaded to you guys. Well, actually, you would have seen it by now because this is after the flight. So enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the video. We're gonna be back at you. I actually have another drone on the way. I'm going to put all the things that I have on my Gep RC Phantom onto a Quadmala 2.5. The Quadmala actually has arms, detachable arms, instead of it being a solid frame like that's on the Phantom. And on top of that, I'll have all the nice little TPU, the little printed pieces for it for the protection, and it'll push my camera, my props more into the dead cat configuration like this, so that I won't get the props in the video with the small drone. So I'll keep you guys posted on that one. It should be in this week, maybe not, I'm not sure. If it comes in this week, I'll get it put together over the weekend and probably try to get you guys on another video next week. But yeah, this thing's awesome, man. I'm loving it. And stay tuned. We're gonna get some more flights with this thing, get the GoPro ordered, and then we're gonna probably go out to the motocross track and do a little chasing out there just to get a feel for it, just to see how it performs with the GoPro on there. And I also got to get some flights with the GoPro. I haven't flown with the extra weight of a GoPro, even though it's only 60 grams. With this guy, I'm at like half throttle, not even half throttle, cruising around on this thing. So I really don't feel like the 60 gram is going to make that much of a difference. I saved a lot of weight with the battery. And like I said, it's under 220 grams. I haven't weighed this. I'll actually put that in the description now. And you guys make sure to follow my Instagram, night_flights LLC on IG. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Throw any little bit of support. As you see, I'm not a huge, footprint here on YouTube, but we're trying to change that up a little bit. So stay tuned. I'm gonna get some more flights in, get another drone in your face, and when I finish my Moxie, meaning when the motors come in, hopefully tomorrow, I'm gonna get this thing wired up and get some test flights on it. This will be only rocking the 4S, and the 4S batteries I have actually are 1500 as well. I just like that little bit of extra flight time, and I can forfeit that extra weight that I'm getting because of it. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next one.